Hey, what's going on, guys? So tonight I'm just going to do kind of like a chill stream of MLB The Show 21, Road to the Show. Um, my character's name here is Pablo Sanchez, who you may remember as a character in if you ever played any of the backyard sports games. Um, I'm currently let me show you his stats, but he's a pitcher and he is a third baseman, which you can do that now in MLB The Show. It's kind of inspiration from Shohei Ohtani, who's just dominating in baseball right now as a two-way pitcher, or a two-way say. Yep, so as you can see, I have pretty good pitching numbers here, almost 300 strikeouts. We're near the end of the season, 20-year-old, so I'm pretty early in this road to the show here. And pretty good hitting numbers as well, 338, 24 home runs. I'm hoping I can up the power and hit more homers in the future here, but not bad for a 20-year-old, huh? I mean, I should say that I am playing this mode with sliders up. I just enjoy just dominating in Road to the Show. I want it to be like, I want to dominate, but I don't want it to be like unrealistic where I'm hitting like 450 with like 100 home runs every season, you know? I want to be like Mike Trout domination or like a Ken Griffey Jr. type domination. But I just enjoy this. I don't really play this game for competitive reasons. I mean, I probably could, but I just don't really push myself with this game. It's really like a chill game for me, where I just like to get a few games in from time to time, and it's a very quick game that I can get into here. And I figured it'd be good for tonight because I really can't stream that long. And I probably will stream this tomorrow. But I did get new equipment, so I just want to quickly, before we get into my games here, and I actually I'm not listening to the game audio right now, I'm just listening to a podcast, so. It's one of those games where you can just play mindlessly and just listen to podcasts and music, because I'm so used to, I've been playing every MLB The Show since the beginning, since it started in like '06, with Big Poppy on the cover, so. Yeah, I just enjoy this game. It's a very chill game. And I play Road to the Show mainly. But what was I going to do? I was going to get my equipment there, which... My inventory... My packs... no, it's not that. Why can I never remember how to... Why am I... God, I can never remember how to do this. Is it the show shop? No, it's not community market. What is it? I can't remember. How do you unlock the packs? My inventory? I thought it was my packs. Am I losing my mind? I could have sworn I got a equipment. All right, what? Oh, wait. I already got the equipment, so I don't need to open the pack. Let me I'm losing my mind here. I think I got a glove, so I want to see if it's better. It was a gold level glove. Yeah, actually it is a better, because I knew I hadn't had any gold. Alright, yeah, let's... There's a weird glitch. Anytime I change the equipment, it just gets rid of other equipment, and I have to go into here and fix it. It's kind of annoying, but I don't know. It's been a glitch since this game came out. I played this game day one, and they haven't patched it out. It's really weird. I mean, I'm sure they know about this glitch. I can't be the only one experiencing this, right? This happens every time. Every time I play this, I have to do this. Or whatever. It's kind of weird that MLB The Show is now on Xbox, which is on Game Pass too. I may try it out on Xbox eventually, but for now I'm just gonna play it on the console I'm used to playing it on. need an elbow guard. Okay. Did I remember everything? I think so. Okay. Let's get into some games here. So yeah, I'm hoping I can stream this game quite often. It can kind of be like a chill stream, and obviously I don't really have much of an audience or really any audience at this point, but like if I get an audience, I feel like this would be like a cool game or a great game to just get back and chat with the chat. And yeah, but I play this game quite often, so I think I'm definitely gonna continue to play it, even though I want to be a full-time streamer here. I think it's a good game to stream. Yeah, so we're very late in the season here. Can I up my durability? Okay, yeah, I can. Let's up my durability. I think we're just a few games out of the wild card. So we're gonna have to. We may have to win out really to have like a legit chance.
Batting third, the third baseman, Pablo.
Checking out the stream here.
Sanchez, lined hard deep into left. Dull is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the
So the
side
stream's
is retired.
okay. It's like light stream is disconnecting there for a second. I'm using a light stream to stream this.
Drops one down here, and they'll try to beat it out.
Oof.
And he'll beat the
Good effort.
as he's got himself
An easy play.
Sanchez, as he'll take a look at his sinker here, too low for ball one. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
I just realized the game volume's all the way up there. I'm gonna turn that down, guys. Sorry about that. It was a little loud. All right, let's try 40 there.
Inside, 2-0.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Popped him up. Seager has a play, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
So the stream's doing well here. It looks a little stuttery from what I'm watching here. A little bit of buffer.
The pitcher, Justin May.
Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. One there on to first, and it's a double play, although the run does.
Yeah, the Dodgers are so good.
At the plate now, Pablo Sanchez. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Lined into left
All right,
center.
nice.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Let me pause for a second.
At the plate, Pablo Sanchez.
Pablo.
Swing.
Ooh, that's a bomb.
Drive to right. There it
That's
goes.
gone. All right, 25 home runs.
Down. It's into McCovey Cove.
Maybe I can go on a home run tear and reach 30 before the end of the season here.
What a great feeling right there as he circles the pillows, finally able to get this offense potentially going with one swing of the bat, but not anymore.
third baseman, number 99.
Yep, so I'm trying to hit 10 followers here. Anyone that tunes in and watches and follows me is greatly appreciated. I'm just trying to build the audience here, which in the early stages here, so I'm going to try to see if I can get some people in my real life to follow me here.
Catches made, and the Dodgers have run their winning streak to 5.
Yeah, I hope I can stay consistent, and I'm going to try to be consistent in streaming here. And I hope to build an audience. Yeah, I know it's going to take a lot of, it's going to take patience, it's going to take time, so I think that's really the key. You can't really get discouraged, and it definitely is easy to get discouraged.
And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. He will lead this one off today.
But no, even though I'm broadcasting to really no audience at this point, I'm still enjoying doing this.
And he falls behind 0-2. Skied into straightaway right. Lamore is underneath this one. One down. Travis Swaggerty digging in now as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for.
He's had to be sitting out over that outer half of the plate. For him to take those first 2 pitches right there, finds himself 0-2. I'll be surprised if the pitcher doesn't go right back to that spot.
So 1-2. A good.
Man.
Meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him.
Ellinger always gives me a hard time in this game. I feel like he always gives me an at-bat. Even if he gets out, he's definitely hit a few home runs off me. Not doing too well in this season, though. Batting 244. Oh, thought I had that.
And he's safe. And that'll bring up the versatile Max Muncy as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Fouled away. 2 balls and a strike.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Fouled off. The 2-2. And it's fouled away. And he fouls this one off. This is on the
man.
over to first. And a base hit as the run will come in to score from third, and it's now a 1-0 lead for the Dodgers.
This isn't a good start.
Here now is Will Smith as he ball in there at the knees for strike 1.
This is exactly the situation you drew up from an offensive standpoint. Good pitcher on the mound, but you got a chance to bury him early in this one.
All right, let's get out of the inning. Double play. All right, good.
So here's Michael Chavis now as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball 1-0.
Yeah, I hope the stream's okay. I'm looking at it a few times. It doesn't look too promising. I'll find out in the archive of the stream. Yep. So I mean, I plan to upload all my archives and my streams on my James Games YouTube channel. So got my 2 Ratchet and Clank streams that I've done in the last 2 days there. Up on that channel now.
And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And a fastball swung on.
And I'm hoping eventually I may try to get a second internet network for down here. I'm pretty far away from the router in my house. I live downstairs in an apartment. The router's all the way upstairs. So I don't know if I'll be able to get another modem for down here and a router. I'm gonna have to talk to Xfinity about that. But I'm hoping eventually I can at least do 1080p 30 frames per second. Which, I mean, I think I can, but I think I can right now, but I want it to feel secure, you know? I want to have, like, really good internet where I don't have to worry about the internet being inconsistent, you know? Some nights it's good, and it's like, oh, the stream looks great. Then there's some nights, like tonight, which I'm not sure if the stream is going very well. It may be kind of buffering right now.
He's up in the zone a lot right now. Sometimes that can be effective, but I think you have to be careful with that, especially during a day game where the ball tends to carry a lot more.
Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third. Travis Swaggerty will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Yeah, so I do play a lot of sports games, and, you know, I played a lot of Madden, NBA 2K through the years. I haven't played as much Madden and NBA 2K recently. I mean, mainly lately I've just been playing MLB The Show. Honestly, I'm kind of burnt out from Madden, and honestly, like, I think MLB The Show is the best sports franchise of all the sports franchises, those 3 that I listed there. I feel like Madden, they're not. It's not a good game. I really don't feel like it's a good game, like a good football game anymore. Like, I feel like it's too focused on Ultimate Team.
That misses wide. 1 strike. The 1-1 home.
I used to play Madden a lot. I probably played Madden just as much as MLB The Show just a few years ago. But in the last few years, I've barely even played Madden because I just got kind of burnt out of it, and I just got kind of sick of buying it every year and just being kind of disappointed. Because I played mainly offline and stuff, like franchise and you know, the career mode or whatever they call it now, connected career. And I just feel like it's the same mode for like the last, like, I don't know, 8 years. I'll focus on Ultimate Team because that's what makes the most money. So, whatever. I mean, if you're into Ultimate Team, whatever. That's not my cup of tea, but I can see why people are into it. It's not my cup of tea.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing.
I'd much rather have an in-depth franchise mode or career mode.
Feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And I don't play Ultimate Team mode in this game, Dynasty, whatever it's called. So.
Will Smith, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. A high strike there, and it's 1-1.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go.
It's a little bit. I left that a little bit too up there. In place of where the catcher wanted.
Stepping. Ground ball sent. The toss will go to La Stella at second, and the force out means the inning is.
Alright, so at least we have the lead here.
He'll take a changeup here.
I wonder what my record is against the Dodgers. Does it say? Nah. How many strikeouts do I have this game? Trying to hit 300.
He went down on strikes in his first at bat. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Man, I know exactly what this guy's feeling at the plate. Here we go again.
Me, part of the problem is I don't have the game commentary on, and I know they would tell you how many strikeouts you have. Let me see if I can see if there's like. Let me look at the box score. Yeah. So I got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. I got 6 strikeouts. Oh, okay, it says it right there. All right, so I need 2 more strikeouts to reach 300 for the season.
You're struggling. You look up,
and it's swinging. Michael Bush goes down for the first out in the 5th inning. Gavin Lux stands in as he looks at a called strike. Tried to get him.
Just look at the time here.
1-1. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count.
And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away. Walker Buehler.
Okay, so that was the 7th strikeout, and this should be an easy 8th here.
So he'll be looking to do better.
I think Walker Buehler is actually a pretty good hitter, even though he's a pitcher.
Trying to deal with a 1-2 count at the plate.
Stone cold take right there.
All right, 300 strikeouts, nice.
The inning is over.
It's gonna be the youngest pitcher ever to hit 300 strikeouts, 20 years old. So I just need 84 more strikeouts, and I break Nolan Ryan's record of strikeouts in the season.
And he's first pitch swinging here as he lines
All right, it's kind of a cheap hit, but I'll take it.
At the plate now, David Dahl, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. No hits to this point. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's
all right,
low, but
3-1 now, nice.
Anyway, 0-2 now. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The 0-2 once more.
Yeah, he's got these hitters in the proverbial rocking chair right here, pushing the throttle and pulling it. Nice changes.
It's funny swing.
And he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far. Travis Swaggerty comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a call.
Yeah, so I'm actually just listening to a podcast right now. I'm listening to the Fine and Duke. It's actually an Xbox podcast. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Colin Moriarty. There's this company called Last Stand Media, and they post a lot of good stuff. I mean, they have PlayStation content, Sacred Symbols podcast, which I listen to every week. I've listened to every episode since the beginning, when it started in 2018. And I recently started listening to Xbox podcasts because I recently got my first Xbox. Just about it was the beginning of this month. I got my first Xbox, the Series X. So I'm getting more invested in that ecosystem, and I'm planning to finish playing through Halo Reach and the Master Chief Collection, probably either Friday or Saturday. What I'm thinking is doing is finishing Ratchet and Clank either Friday or Saturday, and also finishing Halo Reach Friday or Saturday. That's my plan for the weekend. Hey, what's up, Coach Casper? How you doing tonight?
The first out of the inning. Standing in now, Will Smith. 1 ball, no strikes to count. 1-0 count. Here it is.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from
That's
getting
good.
extended, do you think?
Yeah,
Oh, not too bad. You're the first viewer to interact with me on Twitch here. This is really like my 3rd official stream here, so.
So now to the plate, Michael Chavis.
Oh, you followed me? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. What sort of games are you into there, Coach?
Into the box, Pablo Sanchez. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. This year against right-handed pitching, Sanchez is hitting over 350 up in the high 300s.
You want to talk about having a career season, Matty. This guy's batting average through the roof, one of the best.
Play MLB The Show, and do you play like story-driven games? Do you play? Have you played the new Ratchet and Clank?
Gutsy pitch right there. For a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. On the run is Dahl. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Oh, nice.
Into the box now, Michael Bush, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline.
Are you into like Fallout, Skyrim, or those type of RPGs, or maybe like JRPGs like
Tried to get that one airborne, but it's 1-2.
Oh, Elder Scrolls Online. Nice.
He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
Got him.
Spider-Man.
Nice.
For
the 3rd time.
Division. I've never played the Division, but I've heard good things about it.
On the inside corner at the knees.
Goes
It's strike
recon.
one. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. High in the air down the right field.
Oh yeah.
line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Foul
Yeah,
ball.
honestly, Coach, I don't play a lot of games online, but
The next
I have
0-2.
been somewhat enticed to play the division. Is it a game that you can play by yourself, really, or is that a game you had to like find some friends to play with?
First pitch on the way.
This is an awesome matchup, especially at this moment in time. You got some guys that are fighting for some serious hardware, and I want to see how this shakes out.
Okay.
And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been
Nice.
breaking lately.
And we'll just leave it there as they make the play to end the inning.
Do you play a lot of Road to the Show and MLB The Show here, or
Comes on from the pen, hoping to
do you
finish
play
this one off
other
here in the
modes?
top of the ninth.
Just a good, clean, crisp game. And a quick one, too, to boot. Great pitching and defense on both sides. Just a couple
Play all of
of key
them.
swings make a difference in this.
Yeah, I mainly play Road to the Show nowadays. I'm not really big into the Diamond Dynasty, but you play mainly Diamond Dynasty. Yeah, I don't know. I can't get into it. I'm addicted to Road to the Show. That's my thing. All right. Yeah, it's a wonderful mode. Is baseball your favorite sport, or is another sport your favorite? Oh, wow. That's good for you. What division did you play in college? Division 1, 2, 3?
The third baseman, Pablo Sanchez.
At the plate, Pablo Sanchez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
Oh, wow.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Can't come out of his game plan right here.
Were you a
He knows
pitcher?
he's
Were you a hitter? Were you
I know
both?
it's a four-seamer right there, but get back to that two-seam. It's what his MO is.
Smith has to range
Outfield.
back, but he'll
Nice.
make the catch near the line, and there are 2 men gone.
Are you coaching now? Are you coaching baseball now?
The third baseman, JD.
A swing and a ground ball to third. Reined in. Throw on to Bell at first, and his side is retired.
It's your sons. Oh, nice.
Standing in now,
Leading up
Pablo
for the
Sanchez.
The third
Pulled
baseman,
toward right center field.
So are you a Giants fan? Are you a Dodgers fan?
Nice play for the first out.
I'm actually a Red Sox fan, but
the third baseman,
Stepping in now,
99.
Pablo Sanchez.
Pablo.
As he'll take a look at ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Now a swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. It's 1-1.
Oh, I love that pitch right there. Up and in, jam, sandwich.
2 balls and a strike to count. Hit hard back up the middle. And that
Oh, no
finds
worries.
its way through for a base hit.
Who's your favorite
So
team?
the
Do
two out
you have a
hit
favorite
here
MLB
stands
team
to
or?
end for Dansby Swanson.
Now back. The third
Into
baseman.
the box,
Dodgers.
Pablo
Yeah.
Sanchez. As he can't catch up on a fastball at the left.
Yeah, well, I'm a Red Sox fan, so I guess I probably broke your heart there a few years ago, or the Red Sox broke your heart there a few years ago.
And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch.
Well, this one had its moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with the victory and look on to the next one.
A 4-1 finish in this evening's game.
Is Mookie Betts playing well this year? I haven't been following.
Brad Keller records the victory, his 13th of the year. Reyes Maranta hammers down the save, his 32nd of the season. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Wackney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 50 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely. Batting third.
Okay,
The
Coach.
third baseman.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for following. We'll talk again some other time.
Swung on and missed for strike one. Kiner Falefa over at second. Haggerty on at first with nobody out. Struck him out.
The third baseman, number 99. Pablo.
At the plate now, Pablo Sanchez. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The 0-1 delivery. Now this is foul tipped right in.
Leading up for
At the
Giants,
plate, Pablo
the third
Sanchez.
baseman.
Batting
Pablo.
left-handed here as he
That's
takes
pretty
one
cool.
to strike one.
And a first follower.
He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Coach Casper
And he
is our
misses
first
with a
follower,
1-1.
so I feel like I should add his name to my stream here.
Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1.
I meant to ask him how he thought the stream looked on his end.
Trying to get ahead and put himself at a good hitter's count.
And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. So
Are you still here, Coach?
Pablo Sanchez.
Pablo.
As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one. So far this year against Southpaws, Sanchez has a batting line residing in the 290s. And even higher here. Tried to crush that ball and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes.
Coach, how does the stream look on your end? How does it sound? Is there any problems on your end there?
And he struck out again.
I'm not really sure how it sounds or looks.
The right fielder.
A bouncer to the left side. And there's his first base.
Sounds
hit
fine?
of this one.
Okay.
So runner aboard to get the inning.
Pinch hitting for the Mets.
Fielded cleanly to second for 1. And that didn't work out too well as the pinch hitter comes on to.
And that's save number 33 on the season for him, matching my career best for a season. Has a chance to notch number 34. Another nice outing from him.
A 1-run 3-2 the final finish. San Francisco jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked
Put my
back.
cam on
Evan
for MLB
Krasinski
on the
gets
right
to
hand
double digits
middle,
with his
just
10th
above the
win of
score.
year. Reyes Maranta wraps it up for the save. His
Okay.
33rd of the year. So that'll do it for us. For
We
Dan Plesac, Heidi Vasgersian.
So you can move that a little bit.
For more, make your the new web is show.com.
4 minutes. Us here this afternoon, and we remind you to please drive home safely.
I wouldn't put it right on the edge. Oh, and head to head. Okay. Okay. Well, maybe I'll just keep it here for the rest of the stream and just see how I like it. Just off. Yeah, I'm still gotta really iron out the kinks here, and just I'm still figuring out this whole streaming thing and how it works. But I know I'm probably gonna have to move this camera depending on what type of game I'm playing. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Appreciate you helping me out here.
Batting third.
Standing in now, Pablo Sanchez. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. On a line to shortstop, but the runner is back in time to avoid.
Batting third, the second baseman, Whit Merrifield.
Smoke toward third. Oh, and he can't come up with it. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Leading off for San Francisco.
Into the box, Pablo Sanchez. Fastball for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Side.
So, do you stream there, Coach? I mean, you sound like you're speaking from experience here.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence.
You do?
out on the mound.
Okay.
He's got feel for all his pitches.
Let's check out your streams there.
The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
Great AB.
Do you typically stream MLB The Show, or do you stream other games?
Some confidence into this lineup.
Now batting, the catcher, Austin.
This one's down to third.
Oh, jeez.
And the throw pulls him off the base.
Okay.
In now, Pablo Sanchez.
You just game on PlayStation, or do you have an Xbox, or a Switch, PC?
0 for 2 for him to this point. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
This is why the manager.
Oh, really?
These guys
Wow.
in the middle of the order.
Yeah, I pretty much have everything as well.
In this game with a couple quality ABs.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Here comes the 1-2.
Yeah, I just recently got an Xbox, so
Hit hard on
I've been playing a Master Chief Collection.
it up.
I'm enjoying that.
First and a big out
Yeah,
to
probably my
start the 7th.
PlayStation, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've always been a PlayStation guy.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Batter will be Ha-Seong Kim. Hard hit at third.
Nice.
Throw on to Bell at first, and the side is retired.
Leading up for the Padres, the
On the ground to third.
It's like the same play I just made.
And the throw to first. Gone. Stepping in now, Pablo Sanchez. As he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike one. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes.
How long have you been streaming there, Coach?
Miss it one
Oh, that was terrible.
Up with it, Nola. Throw to first here will be in time to record the final out, and the Padres have taken the opener here at home.
Since 2016, wow.
Run held up
It's been at it for a while.
Nothing to final. The San Diego Padres jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Ryan Weathers earned his 9th win of the year, allowing only a single hit across 8 full innings.
Yeah.
To settle with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. Emilio Pagan records the save.
You try to stream like 5 days a week, or do you have like a set schedule for streaming?
MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show. Now to the plate, here is Whit Merrifield. He'll lead things off here.
You've only taken 2 nights off the whole year? Wow.
The second baseman.
Out in front of it, strike one.
Usually at night, yeah.
Line to the right side. But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out. At the plate, Jonathan Villar, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1, and he fouls this one off. 1 out, nobody on, and another foul ball. Sanchez has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake bitten by the gopher ball, but he really limits that.
In this day and age of smaller ballparks, the ball's lively, the bats are harder. This guy does a great
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a schedule that works for me. Of course, I have a job outside of this, and I mean, of course, I'm sure you do there, Coach, as well. But on weekdays, I'm gonna stream mainly on nights here. And weekends, I still got to figure out what would be good times to stream there, but it'll probably vary depending on what's going on. Went full-time streaming. Oh, okay. Nice, good for you.
A ball and a strike now to Machado.
Was a retail manager for a long time. Oh, wow.
Swung on and missed.
Long time.
Really fooled him that time for the first out. Eric Hosmer to the plate now. Looked like he went around that time. They'll appeal down to third, and yes, sir, it's strike one. And it's quickly 0-2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like
yeah, honestly, there's not a lot I know about streaming. Like, I haven't really watched a lot of people stream through the years. I mean, I've watched a few people, but I kind of, I kind of started watching it more recently, and I don't really understand everything about it, like the whole super chats and the emotes and how everything works. So I'm kind of just like, thought I would try this out and see how it goes. Takes time, yeah.
At the plate now, Pablo Sanchez. Back up the middle. And that's the first hit in this one for the Giants.
Still learning.
That'll bring up Austin Nola. Lays off 1-0. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Nola brings the batting average just a little over the 250 mark. Now as that one's fouled off.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language.
Do you have like a lot of friends that follow you on your Twitch channel, or is it just mainly people that you met through Twitch?
Standing in now, Dino Garcia. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Center fielder on the run. He gets there, and that's the second out. Into the box
Batting
now,
ninth,
Aaron Nola.
the pitcher.
And he puts it on the ground to second.
Mainly people through
Flyers are
Twitch.
into the
Yeah.
hit column.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I haven't really told any of my friends or family that I'm streaming here, but I'll probably try to get a few buddies to follow me. I'm
Stays inside for ball one.
sure I'll be able to get a few of them to follow me.
Easy fly ball. In comes the center fielder. He makes what a play on the run to end the inning. Into the box, Jonathan Villar. Yes, he'll take. Played for
Yeah.
one. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this is with that, Dan.
I think this continues very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
2-2 the count.
Hey, that's just a great mix.
Yeah,
of pitches right
I
there.
agree. Yeah,
This guy-
I agree.
he's gonna
Definitely, I don't want to overthink it.
Did well
I tend to
to
overthink a lot of things,
there as
but
he spoils off a good changeup. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground.
it is kind of
Time, and that's out number
awkward, you know, because you're not really like used to just talking
one. Up
in front of a
next is
camera when you're playing video games.
Jr. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Good changeup, and it's 0-2. Down the left field line and deep,
Yeah,
but this will wind up being a 5.
yeah. I've been trying to watch some streams here and there, but
As he swings through the curveball, 2 down.
I don't do that as much as I probably should.
Here's Manny Machado now. As he swings and
I don't.
misses at a first pitch.
Honestly, I don't usually interact when I watch streams. I usually just sit back and watch.
Hit back toward the mound. There is La Stella throwing the dirt, but a good scoop.
Your
at
channel
first
never grew
save
until you
there
learned that.
as the
Yeah.
side is retired.
Yeah, definitely.
To the plate now, Pablo Sanchez. And he's first pitch swinging here as he lines this one into left field for a base hit. First baseman Eric Hosmer is in as he'll take a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 0 for 1 after a pop out in foul territory his first time through. Swanson scoops it up, and that's the first out. So here's Will Myers.
Right fielder.
As he'll go after it. And it's 0-1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball 1-1.
Coach, are you into single-player games with a narrative like God of War or Last of Us or Uncharted or Ghost of Tsushima, anything like that? Are you into those type of games?
Will Myers comes out number 2 this inning, and they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. At the plate, Dino Garcia, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Man, this pitcher is on right now.
Yeah.
Pounding the zone, attacking.
I feel like single-player games are becoming too long.
A little bit off the outside, it's 1-2.
I feel like a lot of story-driven games now just kind of drag on. But I'm actually a huge fan of God of War and Last of Us and Uncharted, but I do feel like a lot of the single-player games that just the campaigns are too long. You need to make them shorter.
Now back, the pitcher, Pablo.
Stepping in now, Pablo Sanchez. Swing and a flare down the line. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And another runs across as this is now a 4-0 ball game. Standing in now, Austin Adams. As he'll take a look at his strike on the outside. 0-1. He's getting his first plate appearance of the game here in the 6th. Getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called to strike anyway. 0-2 now. And the Padres pitcher behind with a 1-2 count. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
The batter number
With
15.
Merrifield next to
Second
him.
baseman.
Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. Throw to first in time, and the bunt attempt is foiled. In now, Jonathan Villar, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. He's
Coach, what do you think of Xbox buying Bethesda there?
Finds the zone, a cold strike.
Wow, this guy has been on top of it today, pushing the throttle and pulling it when he needs to.
Do you plan on playing all your Elder Scrolls Online on the Xbox, or I know it's on PlayStation, and but I didn't know if because Xbox bought them that you would be playing it on Xbox now. I don't know if Xbox gives more support to Elder Scrolls Online than PlayStation, or I should say, if there's more support, you play it. Oh, you play it on PlayStation. Okay. I don't know if there's like extra content on Xbox on Elder Scrolls Online that PlayStation players don't get.
Man, this guy's had
No reason why. Okay.
all game long. Up, down, pitching very well.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Padres shortstop ahead with a 3-ball, 1-strike count.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively
stay in the
fastball
park
on the
there.
pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. Into the box, Manny Machado. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one.
Machado.
On the line, that's a base hit into left field. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning. So now to the plate, Eric Hosmer, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. No hits to this point. And behind 0-2.
Got to believe the pitcher's going to trust his defense right here.
Man.
Look for something down in his zone to induce a ground ball.
To the plate now, Will Myers. As he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball one.
Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity from the breakthrough. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can't.
Fouled away. The 2-1. He struck him out, fanned in the game.
Now batting. Catcher.
Into the box now, Austin Nova. Strike one to start the
Do you have a YouTube channel there, Coach?
0-1.
He knows his strengths and weaknesses at the plate.
Or do you
He
just,
knows he has a
stream
cold
on Twitch
zone
here?
away, But the bottom line is this pitcher has been able to execute to that spot. If he misses over the heart of the plate, this guy's still going to be ready.
So we got him swinging.
still a new channel.
Austin Nova becomes the second out of the bottom of the seventh. Swing the line drive.
Yeah.
That's in there. Base hit. Long throw to the plate.
Yeah, I'm planning to upload my archives of my streams on YouTube. I mean, I already have, but and I do have another YouTube channel that it'll be for non-gameplay videos, so like just videos of me talking about video games and the latest news or whatever. But I plan for the primary focus to be Twitch for now. I mean, I have so much time to focus on this.
1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike two.
You chase a pitch that bad outside the zone, you got to find a way to regroup.
That's not good. I thought it was going over his head.
Play to end the inning. At the plate now.
Yeah,
Pablo
sure.
Sanchez.
I mean,
The pitcher.
As he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike. 3 hits in 3 trips to the plate.
yeah, I have 2 YouTube channels. One is just James Games, and then James Talks Games, which
with the fastball that time.
I appreciate that.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball one at bats to this point. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Set to deliver on 2-1. Good time to call the change as he swings and misses for strike 2. Hit out towards second. Listella fields it cleanly, and a good throw gets him one gone. Into the box, Jonathan Villar. As with one away, he can't make contact. One. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch in the ball game. Standing in now, Fernando Tatis Jr.
So I think I'm only going to go a few more minutes here. Gotta get ready for bed.
Now the 1-1
Gotta go back to work tomorrow.
5-1 our score as we play the 8th. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game. And the
See ya, Coach. I'm probably going to do another stream tomorrow of MLB The Show. And probably going to do some Ratchet and Clank and Halo Master Chief Collection later in the week. But I appreciate you following me there.
Number 68.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road,
all right, Coach.
in this ballpark,
Give yourself a good night there.
with this win.
Tonight's game comes to an
See you later.
5-1 the final score. The San Francisco Giants used a nice 5th inning to take the lead. Pablo Sanchez earns.
All right. Gonna call it here, guys. Pretty cool. The first follower. Coach seems like a cool guy. But I plan to do more MLB The Show here tomorrow. And yeah, see you guys later.